just told these guys, we need a little jingle to start this show. You know, like Chris and Chris, it's Chris and Chris.
That's what we used to call them back in the old radio days. Jingles.
A little jingle, yeah. You need a little jingle to start this show. Yeah,
if you watched WKRP in Cincinnati, there was WKRP Cincinnati.
What sticks with? It sticks with you. You know, you've got.
That's well before I was even in the biz.
Yeah. And you remember how old's that show? 45 years old.
Easily.
And it's still with you. WKRP Cincinnati. What do we want? Chris and Biggie. See that? That's what you do.
Chris and Biggie.
Right.
How long has this show been on?
26 years.
Shocking.
And sometimes BB Shay.
Yeah.
Depending on there's a lineup change.
I think it's Biggie is BB Shay.
I think it's a little late for a jingle, don't you think?
I guess.
Biggie's in the hospital again.
Well, we could have multiple.
Ice in Biggie's driveway. He's not coming.
That's right.
Yeah.
Snow's in the forecast. Get a hotel.
I think we're at least the next 10 days are clear.
That's what I'm saying. And I am that guy.
Just a little pizzazz on the radio.
A little pizzazz. I just thought yesterday, Biggie mentioned this yesterday, and a lot of times great ideas or revelations hit me 8 hours too late. And today, Biggie said, because we've got a few school closings around here, even though in our area, the roads are perfectly fine, like right here. But, you know, out in the county, you know how that goes. So there's a little patch of ice out in the county, so they've closed county schools, some today. And Biggie said, I don't want to be that guy who says, why aren't these little softies going to school?
Yeah.
I am that guy. I'm just going to go ahead and own it. I am that guy.
Well, because I drive about 25, 30 minutes to work now, and my route clears.
No issues.
No issues.
Right.
I mean, not even black ice.
Right. So I'll be the completely uninformed, pig-headed, stubborn, what are these little rugrats not doing? I'll just be that person.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing missing is, in my day, we ...
Yeah.
Yes, we went to school. And the other one, now Biggie said this 24 hours ago, out on social media, you see the guy who's now, because the weather's so cold across America, what happened to global warming? I thought there's supposed to be global warming. And Biggie said, don't be that guy. I'm that guy, too. I'm the same. I'm just going to own that. I'm that guy.
Yeah, every time there's a cold snap, without fail, social media lights up with, what do you call this?
I just had to scrape 8 inches of global warming off my driveway.
I'm going to be that person. I'm going to own that. I'm going to say that.
You try to explain, you're like, but it's global warming. It's getting hotter. Like the temperature every year is not to me. Still snowing where I'm living.
It snowed at the beach.
It
snowed along the Gulf of America.
That's right. That's right. What do you call that?
Our Gulf states.
I'm going to just do that. I'm going to look at it and go, what happened to global warming? Now, I'm not all into social media, but I'll say it at a party.
It must be terrible to be a science teacher these days. Just because you sit there with kids who are like, my dad says, it ain't
that's right.
real.
That's right.
He saw it on Facebook.
It's like that guy I played golf with that time, the professional billiards player. Remember that?
I do. I can't remember his name. It'll come to you, but I remember that. Yeah, because he was from here, but he was world famous for billiards.
Strickland? Is it Earl Strickland?
I feel like it's Strickland. We've had.
I know I've told you.
He may have called in once or twice.
Yeah, we're gonna get lighted
I
up
think
with
it's Earl
calls.
Strickland.
I believe you're right.
And I was playing a pretty good round of golf. It was about 3-4 holes in.
It's just random, right?
Totally.
Just a random round.
Me and my friend, our friend Phil.
I do.
We're playing golf just on a random summer day. It's like, you want to go play? Yes, let's go play. And we just twosome out there at a whole municipal course. And about the third or fourth hole, this guy comes up and said, y'all mind if I hook on with you? I'm a single. And I hate that because I hate trying to perform in front of somebody. And he immediately was good. I mean, was really good. And then I start spraying the ball all over the place. And I feel judged. I'm not a good player.
Plus, you're not good talking to strangers.
Exactly. Well, Phil is. And Phil said, I feel like I know you. And the guy said, maybe that's because I'm professional billiards player Earl Strickland. And Phil goes, oh, my God. And of course, I didn't know who that was.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So he was a billiards player. And he says, Billiards, is just like golf. You got to get the right spin on the ball. And he was a very good golfer. I mean, he probably shot 75 that day, and I shot. I mean, there was one hole where the Earl Strickland finally said, "Bud, dude, we got to move pick it up.
Put the snowman.
You're in your pocket." Oh, it was like more 14. I mean, one of those where you're over in the green and back up. You know how that is. So at about the 16th or 17th hole, somehow the topic of China comes up. And he's been to China. He's like, "I've toured worldwide billiards." And Phil says something about China. And Earl Strickland says, "They say there's 1 billion people in China, but I've been there. Looks more like 2. So that's what it's kind of like your global warming. Like, I don't feel it. I don't feel that it's a degree warmer than it was 10 years ago.
I opened my door and it was cold today.
Well, it's cold out there right now, I can tell you. So I'm going to be the guy who says, "Where's your global warming?" I scraped global warming off of my windshield today. That's exactly right. I'll tell you this, too. Well, Chris Demm just hit me with something from social media.
Yeah, if you were on social media, this would draw you like a moth to a flame.
I love it. We got through the first 3 or 4. I said, "Save this."
Okay.
I said, "We'll do it on our air. Let's do it." And so those are my 2 contributions today. This little quiz I'm getting ready to take. And I want a jingle. I want a jingle for this program to open it. I think we need a little something like, "Oh, it's Chris and Chris, and there's Biggie."
That always works till there's tragic breaking news.
I know.
Yeah, the jingle plays and it's like, "There's been a terrible attack."
I know, that's terrible. I know.
Scores dead.
Well,
martial law declared.
That's why jingles work on TV shows, because they can, work around. There's no tragedies on a TV show.
Or when there is, they'll do special music.
They have special ones.
Oh, yeah.
Special music.
We can't just create it like that. Like, I used to work with a different guy, the one that sent me the shirtless selfie at Christmas.
Mirror selfie.
Yeah. Mirror selfie. And we were deciding one time we were getting a new phone number. And he said, "I want to make it 1-800-4FUN-FUN," because it was all about fun. And we agreed that it was going to be fun, fun, fun. And then somebody said, "Well, what about when, there's an attack on the country and you say, 'All right, weigh in on this.'"
Call on the fun lines.
On the
What's your take on the latest terrorist attack?
Yep.
1-800-FUN-FUN.
Give us a call this morning at 1-800-4FUN-FUN.
Fun. Yeah. That's right. So we decided.
Brought to you by Crosstown Putt Putt, where the fun never stops. Because radio, we're so tied into sponsorships.
Yeah.
Everything is sponsored.
Right.
I'm surprised Biggie's Heart hasn't been sponsored yet.
It needs to be. It needs to, or we need that.
Don't forget, we're now booking for spring birthday parties.
What's the latest on the terror attacks?
Thousands are dead as the earth opened up, swallowing entire civilizations whole.
That's right.
On Tuesdays, we have all-day putt. You pay one price, you putt all day.
That's what we fall into.
It looks like the flames have reached the White House.
The good news is the tsunami should put out the fires.
Right. Call us on the fun lines at 800-FUN-FUN. So we
If you're out there alive, call us on the fun line. Any survivors who can hear this, I'm told all communication is down except for FM radio.
The fun lines, call us on. Yes, that's 800-FUN-FUN. It was like today, Chris Demm and I saw this person out in a news reporter in California, in Southern California. New fires have sprung up overnight.
It's like north of the city and south of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So, of course, everybody's very worried, and she's talking to a guy who's packing up his home, and he's sprayed water around it. And she says, "Are you worried about these fires?" That was her question. "Are you worried about these fires?"
No, I do this every Wednesday night. This little thing I do, it's called Wet in the House. Can you please get out of my way?
He said, yeah, I'm worried about these fires.
Yeah, you can say worried is the word.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm a little concerned.
I like to pack all my belongings in my car and then unpack them once a week.
I like to displace my family.
Yeah.
Move us out of state for a little while.
Sometimes I have to decide which pet lives, which pet dies.
Right. Are you worried about these fires? Yeah, I'm worried about these fires, of course. The other decision we made, also going right along with our jingle plan, early on this program, in this history of this program, 26 years now, which Biggie is surprised by. We had a little traffic jingle. We had some traffic music, and we would give the updates. And on the first day, we debuted it. Now, it was the old theme song to the Benny Hill show.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
that?
Oh, God, yes.
And Kristen would say, well, things are moving along well.
Tie up on the interstate. Secondary roads are moving well.
Yep. That's brought to you by Putt Putt over on such and such.
The
avenue.
fun never stops.
That's right. So, all right, we played it. You hear that music?
I do.
So our boss came in and he goes, I'm not sure about that music. Yeah, that music is a little jaunty and a little grating. It's grating on the nerves.
And once we get a car fire.
Right? Right.
Of course, but we were younger.
Yeah.
But, you know, he didn't say stop playing. He's like, I'm not sure about that music. And it's like, okay. So the next day, we do traffic again. We got raging car fires on the interstate. We got gridlock out at the airport. That's brought to you by Nextel. 1-800-NEXTEL-9.
Don't forget you can chirp your friends.
Yeah. So then he comes in the second day, and he said, I don't love that music. You know,
Yeah.
think about that music because it really is grating on the nerves.
It's too novelty-ish.
Too novelty-ish. And we said, all right, we'll think about it. So we say, we don't really, you know, we're like, all right.
Next day we come in, time for traffic.
Right. All right, time for traffic. Chris Demm says, we got a 4-alarmer out here on Interstate 40.
Traffic backed up in both directions.
It's anarchy out there.
It's chaos.
It's awful. You know, they're on the highways. The jaws of life have been employed. All of that. Brought to you by Nextel. We go away. The third day, the boss comes in and he said, I thought we agreed to ditch that music.
It was almost surgical the way he,
it was.
his leadership skills were spectacular.
A little worse each other. The first day was like, not sure
I don't know
that
about
music.
that.
Yeah, the second day it was, I really don't like that music. The third day was, I thought we agreed to can that music. Did we?
I guess we were being obtuse.
And so by Thursday, that was it.
That was the last time we heard it.
That was the last time we heard it until today. Now, what's the thing on Facebook?
Yeah,
Kristen's going to quiz me now.
Let me call it up here.
I love this.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you're going to love this too, Biggie.
You can play along too, Biggie.
Oh, I
You
can?
play-
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
You talk about something perfectly fit for Kelly.
Ah, yes.
It's one of these surveys that goes around and you copy and paste and put in your own answers.
Mhm.
A friend of mine named Perry posted his.
Uh-huh.
Now, he's younger than we are,
Yeah.
but it doesn't matter.
Right.
Think back. You take yourself back to your senior year of high school.
So easy for me to do.
You live there
Yeah.
in your mind, Kelly.
It's
How
like
many times a day does it come up on this show?
at least 2 or 3. I don't know what it is about. Maybe everybody's like this. It feels like yesterday to me. It feels like no time has passed. I was just talking to Karen Atwood.
Oh no,
Oh, here we go again.
poor woman.
I thought we ended this.
She had a birthday.
I thought we talked about Karen Atwood. Tomorrow we're just going to have to tell you. Stop saying
Sometimes say Karen Atwood.
Stop.
Karen Atwood.
I don't like that Karen Atwood. I don't like that you bringing it. I thought we agreed to ditch the Karen Atwood. Karen Atwood was a good friend of mine in high school. I haven't seen her since, but I just recently got her number. And she said, how did you get this number? So I texted her for her birthday, which she just had a couple of days ago. And she said, can you, and you know what? Actually, I said, I'll give you a hint who this is.
Oh no.
I sure did. I said, I did the morning and afternoon announcements at Ashboro High School. And she wrote back, I have no memory of that whatsoever.
They do afternoon announcements?
Yes. It was very busy. That was a very busy time. I had to be excused from homeroom and the last 5 minutes of the final period of the day to do the announcements.
To the ones that no one paid attention to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she said, I don't have any memory of this. Is it Josh? I said, no, it's not Josh. And then she said, is it Michael? No.
No.
Is it Dustin? No.
Did we go out?
No. And then I said, I'll give you another hint. You dropped me off at the Poindexter at Myrtle Beach in June of 1989. And she
Oh,
said,
you.
that's when she got it.
My blood runs cold.
Yeah, she dropped me off at, that's the last time I saw her. I was in the distance waving out in front of the Poindexter.
So we're going to be here for a few. If you want to come.
Party should get started early.
She was gone, and I got to ride home with somebody else. Anyhow, take yourself back to
Senior year of
Okay.
high school.
All right, yes.
Did you know your current love?
No. Biggie?
Oh, no.
Mm-mm. Well, you don't have a current love.
Yeah.
You're alone.
What are you driving? You don't have to say that.
Sorry. 1984 Chevy Cavalier. Loved it.
1996 Pontiac Sunfire.
Nice.
That's the one you like so
Yeah.
much. Yes.
Did you work, and if so, where?
Yes. Barbecue restaurant, Henry James Barbecue, professional.
Yes, Papa John's and Coca-Cola.
Yes. Yes.
Were you popular?
On the advice of counsel, I've been advised not to answer that. In certain circles. I wasn't the most popular, but people would like.
Yeah, I wasn't disliked.
Hey, it's morning announcement guy.
Yeah.
I mean, listen.
Yeah.
When you do the morning announcements and you're in Glee Club,
There's some swag.
How could you not?
There's
be
some
popular?
swag.
Exactly. People throw their hand up to me and they'd say, "I love those announcements." You know that.
They
Kind
didn't
of
say it to me, but I could hear them behind me.
Right. There was always a buzz behind my back.
behind
Yeah.
me. Oh,
Let's
man.
just say that.
That's him.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're very similar. Now, listen
I wouldn't call myself. I wasn't in the popular group.
Yeah.
But I wasn't on I wasn't picked on though. It was just like I
Exactly.
was there.
You and I had similar experiences.
Yeah.
All these answers are similar. Yeah.
Were you in choir or band?
Yes.
No.
Glee Club. Best time of my
Yeah.
life. Man,
Yeah.
we partied like you would not believe. You know about those trips. Goodness gracious.
Crawling on the floor in Disney or New York. I can't remember
That was
which.
down in Orlando.
Okay.
Now
Yeah.
we went up to New York too. Saw the off Broadway shows.
Yeah.
Woo. Good
La
stuff.
Cocina?
Yeah, so we saw La Cocina. First run off Broadway. Tremendous.
Did you ever get suspended?
No.
Yes.
And
Not-
now the paths diverge.
Only in school suspension though once.
I still think that counts.
What'd you do?
Well, I used to get detention too. They're not in school suspension. I think I argued with a teacher. Detention, argued with a teacher.
Yeah. No, never got that. Never suspended.
Do you still talk to the person you went to prom with? Senior prom, I'm assuming.
No.
No.
Well, remember, I didn't go to senior prom. It was a big barbecue night, and so I had to barbecue. But
You later went to a senior prom.
yes, when I was in college.
Yeah.
Ew, that's right. Gross.
Showed off college guy, back for high school prom. But
graduated.
I did. But I have not spoken with her in a
That's
while.
so creepy.
Mm.
Did you ever skip school?
No, God, no.
Yes, as much as possible.
And I tried to stop others from skipping school. On senior skip day, I was the one person I was
Yeah.
taking notes. Let me
I
tell you.
got so good at it that I convinced one teacher who was there to guard the doors that I actually had a class outside. Because I'd walk by and be like, I got to go to electronic keyboarding.
That bumps everything. That is against everything I stand for, the skipping of school.
Yeah.
You know that. I hate it.
Did you go to all the football games?
Yes.
Yeah, I went to a lot of football. Football games were a fun time.
They were fun.
I remember thinking when I was in high school, I'll always go to these. Always. And, I haven't since. You know, you leave high school and you don't go to those games.
High school football games is when I started finding out. People started telling me I was funny.
Well, there you have
Because
it.
you kind of had like an audience with your friends and you'd say things and make them laugh.
Yeah, it's the different setting is pretty.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool
I sat on the visitor sideline with no one around me. Why? Because I wanted to concentrate.
to stare at the other team's cheerleaders.
Yeah.
That's how I met Chris Tibbs' wife
I know.
when she was 18.
When you first met Chris Tim's wife, you're like, you look very familiar.
Yeah, I
to
was
me.
like, what is it? She's like, yeah, I used to.
Do you have longer hair in high school?
Yeah. And she said, yeah, I was sneaking cigs under the bleachers where you were sitting. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Smoke's blowing down this way, ladies.
Please, ladies, please.
Favorite subject, senior year of high school?
Well, I had a great political, current events type of class, like political science. And the teacher was fantastic. And the election was going on, GHW Bush, and we had a great, that was my
Okay.
favorite. I
I
loved
had like a marketing class I really liked. I was part of DECA.
Ah,
Which
yeah.
is like
yeah.
the
Oh,
business. Yeah.
Very
I actually
good.
did well in that.
Yes.
Do you have your senior yearbook?
Yes.
Yes, I still do. I just found it in the move, actually.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you follow your career path?
Yes.
No.
From morning announcements right to this. This is basically
still morning
This
announcements.
is really just
Yeah.
a long form version of morning
Yeah.
announcements, isn't
It
it?
is.
Well,
That's right. Yes.
I mean, if you count just getting yelled at a job, I still
You're doing
do that. Yeah.
That's right.
Describe your fashion style.
You're looking at it.
Actually, yes, exactly the same. Not one thing has
These
changed.
are the same jeans.
Yeah.
I'm wearing the same jeans I wore my senior year of high school.
Favorite food, senior year?
Sir pizza, extra sauce.
I was a big Chick-fil-A man back then.
Okay.
That's when I was first introduced to Chick-fil-A in the mall. What?
Yeah.
God, so good.
Favorite band or artist?
New Kids on the Block.
Oh, man, that was prime Limp Bizkit time for me.
All right. High school hairstyle.
You're looking at it. Right
Oh,
here.
yeah, that's right.
Way different.
You had hair.
I had hair.
That's in high school is when I went from the what you call the butt cut, which was the part down
Center
the middle,
part.
center part, the Jack Tripper, to the side part, which my mother said really framed my face.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. Yep.
What was your favorite cologne?
Polo.
Actually, I was going to say it's like the blue Ralph Lauren polo. Yeah.
That's it. Yes. No doubt. It's timeless.
Yeah.
Classic. I still have it. I still have the same bottle.
Let's see. Did you play a sport?
No.
No, but I could have.
If you could, would you go back?
Yes. 1,000 times yes.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it's awesome. You go back.
Oh, here's one more.
Yeah.
Senior year of high school. Did you ever cheat on a test?
Unadvised to cancel. Yes. We're out of time.
Pretty much as many as I could.
Unadvised to cancel. I refuse to answer the question. We have completely run out of time. I'm sorry.
You can talk about high school all day.
I mean, I would, but man. God, that was so awesome. Man, I would do that all day. That is just like leaving me with some great feels.
Just nostalgia feels.
Oh, man.
On member berries all day.
I'm right back there. I need to text Karen Atwood.
Stop. Don't
I thought
do
we
that.
agreed.